Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with a really fabulous disc, which one of you already heard and mentioned in the comments, but I was so excited to get this and have an opportunity to listen to it. 3 concertos by Czech composer Jan Novák, who lived from 1921 to 1984. His wife, Eliska, only passed away in 2019, which is pretty remarkable. He didn't live to be that old. But this is, and she lived to be 91, I guess she was, or something like that. These concerti are wonderful, absolutely wonderful. And they involve, as pianists or flutists, the participation of the composer's 2 daughters, Dora Novak-Wilmington, who I love because I was born in Wilmington, Delaware. So I love anything with Wilmington attached to it. And Clara Nováková, flutist. These are both Jan Novak's daughters. They're extremely good musicians. He was, and his wife was too. They were all pianists, very good pianists. And Karel Košárek on piano with the Prague Radio Symphony under Tomáš Netopil. Really first-class music. I mean, Novák was just such a good composer. He followed in the footsteps of Martinu, being a composer of sort of neoclassical, rhythmically exciting, taut, well-constructed music. He was a scholar of classical literature, Latin and Greek. He wrote poetry in Latin. And so we've got some Latin in here. We also have, Mildred. There she is. Hey, honey. How you doing? I have to digress for a moment. She's tired now because, there she is, because we've been playing fetch with these things. I just read an article in some science magazine about the first ever study of whether or not cats like to play fetch. I mean, as if this is a discovery. She's unbelievable when it comes to fetch. I mean, she wants to play fetch all day. I mean, maybe, hey, you want to go get it? You going to go get it? Watch this. Maybe this will work. Ready? Go! Go! See how well that worked? Well, when she's in the mood. The other thing about this study of cats playing fetch, there we go, was that they only play when they want to. It's not like dogs where you train them and they go and do it. They do it automatically and they come and they tell you, what does this have to do with Jan Novák? I have to apologize. There's nothing to do with Jan Novák. It's just that, there's something about one of these pieces, actually, that's kind of like that, because it involves cooperation with another animal. And that's the Concentus Biilugus, Biiugis, for piano, 4 hands, and string orchestra. Yeah, that's it. Here it is. See? You can see it right there. A Concentus Biilugus. A Biilugus is animals yoked together in Latin. So me and Mildred are yoked together when we play fetch. It's for piano, 4 hands, and string orchestra. And the cool thing about it, as the composer's daughter points out, is that there's a certain choreography involved in playing it, because you don't have a 4-hand people, where usually when you have piano 4 hands, someone plays the lower half of the keyboard and someone plays the upper half. But here, everybody has to play everything. So you have to work out how you're going to get around the piece without interfering with each other, which is, I'd love to see it done. I really would. It must be fascinating to have to, you get around somebody like this and people are all, it could be quite interesting. Then we've got a piece which is just a screaming, flaming masterpiece here. The Choreae Vernales, Spring Dances. This is for flute, string orchestra, harp, and Celesta. It was written for the composer's daughter, Clara, and she is the performer here, and she's very, very good. But the piece is one of the great flute concertos in the history of the universe. I mean, flutists ought to be just drooling to get their hands on this piece. It is the most beautifully written piece for the instrument. I mean, the scoring, the harp, Celesta, very delicately used. It's not tacky. It's not anything like that. And strings. It's perfect. It's a perfect scoring, a perfect melodic, crystallization of everything that the flute does well, without ever sounding, kitschy or anything. It's just a masterpiece. I said before, it's amazing. You've got to hear this piece. It's like the best piece for flute and orchestra you'll ever hear in your life. And then the last work is the earliest, from 1955, Concerto for 2 pianos and orchestra. And this is with Dora Novak-Wilmington again, and Karel Košárek, piano, and they're terrific. It's a very exciting. I remember Martin was still alive when this was written. I think you can hear the influence in it. It's all in a good way, because Novak had his own personality. He really did. And the music is fresh and ebullient and vibrant, and the performances are great. The sonics are great, and everything about this is great. It's on Supraphon, and if you don't know Jan Novak's work, get to know it. The man could really, really write, and Supraphon is doing yeoman service, making his work more available to all of us, and they should just keep going. They really should, because he is the real deal. He's a terrific composer, first class all the way. So keep on listening, friends. Thanks so much for joining me. Mildred says goodbye. ClassicsToday.com, Executive Cat. Right, honey? Yeah, I know. Okay. Take care, friends. Bye-bye.